Good afternoon, DJ. It's still Wednesday, February 11th. The time is currently 1:23 p.m. Another session where I'm starting with the wet face in it. Just arrived at my desk when I started this. I say at 1:22. All right, as always, my weekly target is 5%. Mental check-in, feeling generally okay. Excited to see what price action has in store for us today. Excited to continue to grow and get 1% better in these markets. Risk disclaimer, I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the battle. News. We've had high impact news this morning. We have medium impact news coming out at 2. All right. So we have news today, making it an optimal day to take a trade. Risk going into today, we have a max of 1.5. And in terms of what we're getting into trades, we're still debating. All right. But for now, we'll keep it as 0.5 on all accounts, and we have a max of 1.5. Weekly program going to this week is a buy program. Okay, nothing's really happened in price to change that for me. All right, so I'm gonna elect no movements here. I'm gonna elect to stick with my weekly program. Dow being the leader in the group here, making all-time highs while the other two are lagging behind. Let's talk a little bit about lunch session, and then we can get into PM session. I saw this right here. This continuation sell set up using internal liquidity. Here. And this, I believe, retracement setup that we were watching gave you negative 2.5. Okay. -1 here. We moved to a stop right here. Was this when price dropped here would have kept you in. -2. We go to break even, and you still would be in there, by the way. All right, still would be in there. Had this continuation set up here right before London closed, kicked off. Get back into it here. Would have given you a little something there. Wouldn't have traded this here. Not my setup, nor did it give me any indication, potentially maybe using this internal liquidity low with this market structure shift here. But for me, for retracements, I only like it from external, no longer inside the range trading for retracement setups anymore. All right. So that would have been part of launch setup, maybe potentially. This wouldn't have got in, and then we would have had this one right here that we're talking about. They want right. They want right here. What's this? Low, same low. And that will be your continuation setup to potentially take external liquidity since we took sell side. All right, so daily range remains the same going into PM session here. We are currently in this session sell program still, which is going against our weekly program. So we're looking at premium arrays and internal liquidity to sell into external liquidity. So let's note some internal liquidities here. That would be lunch, so I would like to draw it till the end of the day. 4:15. -3 is right off here, so we'll be paying attention to see if this retracement setup gives us that. But it's done its job for retracement setup, really and truly. Before 1:30 kickoff, so fine, just watching it and see. Yeah, BDJ.
My target audience is guys that want to get better at shooting, guys that are willing to commit. And my goal being, I want to give them my view of shooting, kind of filter out a lot of the nonsense that you see in the training. My target audience is
I've never seen her again dressed as damn, she looks good. Basically, this dude wanted to make it official with her. Then this reality show split up, and then he hooked up with another girl, and now he wants her back.
Thank you. As you can see, Kaden has decided not to recouple. How do you feel? Uh, Not great. I gave Papa more of my all. I explored the connections. I didn't find one. That's okay. But I feel like soul type is crazy.
Mhm.
I feel like disrespect is crazy.
It's your teeth out. There it is.
I feel like the lack of respecting boundaries is crazy. You're just not a man of boundaries.
Mhm. Gracias. Next. Nothing wrong with that. Fair trade, fair loss. I watch it, but to pull the trigger on it, yeah, no, not. I'll need to see more from this. Yep, yep, yep. Here I'll be fine pulling the trigger on this one. Wait, did I put the right one? What is this? Oh, no, long position tool. Bloody hell. Short position tool is what I needed, my guy. Not that. Ain't that something? Five, six, seven. Oh my goodness, this is not even right. Yeah, yikes. I'll put it right on it because now my risk is all jacked up in it. Not that it's gonna matter anyway. It's about to smash me out. Oh, oh, oh. It's about to smash me out. Smash me out. I can't believe I did a long position tool though. That is fair, or it's fair in love and war. 350. Was smashed out that, that's fair. Nothing wrong with that. Do you have lunch session buy side above price? Okay. So it could potentially go lower after taking that. There's too many apps from Ref Insight support. There's so much doors open for me in the ref world, and I'm trying to take a back seat in the free world. I'm trying to take a back seat, but they just won't let me. Jeez, man. They just won't let me back up. They won't let me take a back seat because I'm an overachiever. And I can't help it. It's not something I can help. When I do something, I want to do it right and I want to do it good to the best of my ability. Another app I got upload download. For now, I guess I don't mind, right? Until trading is, taking over everything. I go do what I gotta do. Ugh, I guess, man. Arr. Just making sure it's the right the right tool, since we realize we can make that mistake now. 1350. 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be the third loss here, trying to catch the continuations out. Coming like retracement trades are my better trades now. Oh, mate. I make myself laugh, DJ. Just silly. It's good to bring some light in the world, though. Some lightness, because everything's heavy, heavy, heavy. Rightfully so, though, you know. This is main bay, main bay. It didn't take me out, huh? Anyway, traded to and through. What's the low of this? 7.5, so we can reduce risk here, even though it hasn't taken us out. It's traded to and through my point of touch and stop. So regardless of what it's got going on, I have to do my part, right? So 950, yep, definitely goes below it, 2 ticks. Should have took me out, but it didn't. It is what it is. I still reduce risk. You're not guaranteed your stop, nor are you guaranteed your take profit. God damn. Yeah, but you guaranteed that one though, right? Oh, bloody hell. Mate, that's fair. Do what you want to do. Oh, let's see here with the stop below this. Yeah, he still would have been in that buy model 2 here. Fair. Fairs. About to take lunch session buy side here. Grabbing that. This is the low. The new interval. Itching up to -3 here on our retracement setup there. -15, so 5, so 44. -3. Are you hit? Is that you? 550. Yep, it's been hit in terms of partialing. In terms of moving stop, which I would do. 4, 2. 4, 6, 7, 5. Yeah, it's been hit to it and through it. For sure. -3. If you needed plausible deniability, there it was. For the folks in the back there that were doubting. There you go for you. Well, we're doing the same thing we did yesterday, yeah? Going external to external. Is that what we're about now? I. It's in line with my weekly though, you know? There was nothing here for me down here, really and truly, unless we took this low, which we didn't. It was the same low. 5425, 5425, yeah. Nothing really. Nothing for me there, which is fair. Which is fair. There's nothing. I ain't into forcing shit. Let's see if it's gonna go external to external today. Then we'll be looking at what? No, not this one. We would be looking at, all right, -5. Lining up, not perfectly, but close enough, right, for government work with a dealing range high. So let's see how it plays out. To the left, to the left, to the left. Can you walk and talk at the same time? And it's my name is on that. Standing in front of telling me how I'm such a fool. Talking about I'll never ever find a man like you. Got me to say you must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, you'll be here in a minute, baby. Bet you didn't know I knew that, DJ. I bet you didn't know I knew that. Me know everything, man. Me know it all. Hey, why is it so low here? Riding so low, so low, so low, so low. So buy model 2 here would be in effect from our first initial loss here. Would have kept us in just about one tick below stop. We were good there. All right. So now I need an account for model 2, isn't it? Here doesn't come back. Here would have kept you in with the stop down here. That's a whole different ball game now. I need to collect more data on that as well, which we have been recently since we brought it back up. Since we resurrected by model 2. This will be the next low we'll have to take for me to adjust that entry there. Anywho, we have 11. 6. So let's do 2. 2 and 4. trying to catch this continuation sell. It's been like trying to catch a upside down falling knife. God damn. Just let me catch you already. Anyway, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got 2 left. Two, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just let me catch you already. I'm here, arms wide open, ready to take you into my arms, and you just don't want the warmth. I don't understand. I just don't get it, you know. Do I smell or something, mate? Let me know, you know. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, this will be, let me not say it because I don't want to say it and then it's not. I don't want to say it, then it's not, but I do need to unpack everything in this session though. Okay, tonight. I need to really dig deep and see what I could have done differently. What the setups right now I would take and have no issues, no qualms with taking losses in them. All right. Obviously, probably would have been done in terms of max risk being done on the account would be done, right? If you had multiple accounts, that would be fine. But if one account, I would probably would have been done by the third trade there. Yeah. Yeah, could be just wanting to go external to external. Maybe for the continuation setups, I should consider M1, but that will be something I'll need to collect later on, right? If it makes sense to do that. Just to avoid, because it was still internal, right? It's still inside the range trading for those continuation setups. So it could be this high, it could be this high, it could be the high above here, right? That sends me down. So maybe something we'll need to give there for the continuation setups. Maybe just look for them on the 1 minute. But that will be something I will be collecting a closer eye on of when I backtest this weekend. I also be keeping a closer eye on to see if that makes more sense. So he's like trying to catch it, right? It might not be what Price wants to do. Because I don't want to do this falling knife shit, you know? Because on the M1, there would have been nothing here. Yeah, there would have been this right here. Boom, boom, market structure shift here. Okay, would have took a loss. Boom, boom. But this range here, let's see if what a loss here now. I have the right thing on there. Short position tool. Yeah, that was fine. Here, here, here. Yeah, they all were losses anyway, even the M1s. Yeah. Wouldn't have saved us on this day, really and truly. That's just how the cookie crumbles. trying to see here now. What would have told me on the 15-minute if something did. Bearing in mind our weekly program is buys. Yeah, nothing here except for 115 on top of that low. That's pretty much it. Yeah. There will be nothing warranting me to be in a buy here. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So we're able to close it once we get taken out of those. My love has come along. My lonely days are over. And it's like I don't know the rest of that tune there, you feel me? Yo, what's my password? Why did it log me out? Screw that. Have a 1 minute here. Three, 9, 7, 5. I think that's what it says. Yeah, that's what it says. Just went from 200 ticks in like a minute. 1 15-second candle. Okay, now mate. We in some deep shit here now. Luckily, it worked out in my favor, right? Don't know why it doesn't show nowadays. Need to go back and see those. 235 ticks in a span of 15 seconds. Let's even say a minute. But here's just that 15-second candle. God damn. It would be keeping you in that 0.5 there. Right now, I'm not trying to be a big time referee, you know, DJ. I'm just trying to make my ends meet, you know. If the opportunity comes, fair enough, but at this stage where I'm at in life, that's not my 100% focus. My 100% focus is here, where we at right now. You know, once I can get this to a point where it's like I don't need to rely on it, because I know this I can take anywhere, right? I can make it whatever I want to make it. So, not that I can't do that there too, I can, right? But for me, I've tried diverting my attention so many times in the past and it just hasn't worked out. And I just rather focus on the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. Uh, my goal was just to get to college, and I feel like I'm there. Well, I was told I'm there. I haven't done the paperwork and stuff, but I'm almost there, I think. You said I'm there. Well, nothing's set in stone. And so for me, that's okay. I'm fine with that for now, anyway, you know? But if the opportunities keep coming, who am I to say no to that, right? But I'm not going out and seeking the opportunities at this point in my referee career, is what I should be saying then. But if they come, okay, a different story. Mm. I'll be getting out of here soon, DJ. Yo, yesterday, the last hour of trading, right after we was done, the last hour of trading gave us all the setups that we needed for the day. It was a madness. I like that last hour, power hour, they call it. But it's just, I don't want these videos to be like, you know, too long. But like, I could end it there and still stay for power hour, right? And, you know, not have it on DJ. You got more vibes than the rest of the crew.
Basic but important skills that you need to master in dry park. This would be in the context of any exercise that has multiple targets. You have to utilize it. What I'm going to use as an aiming reference on these three targets are the first day zone in the center of the target. The gun is out of the holster, my grip is held, and me bringing the gun up to my eye target line from any angle. I'm ready, lateral transition. I'm up, stopping it exactly on. Doesn't take long.
I haven't done my dry fire practice in a minute. I need to get back on that. Arrrrrr. All right, DJ, I'm gonna do a trade performance review here. I wasn't gonna say that this was gonna be my last trade because I never knew it was gonna be my last trade, but it really ended up being my last trade. Let's get the fuck up on out of here and relax to our games tonight. Got 2 games, red games, playoffs. It's gonna get real serious over there tonight. And your overachiever is needed. um, DJ, what I did well this PM session, as always, is that I showed up, right? Always showing up, collecting data, gaining more experience, getting closer to my model, my procedures and protocols of really what I'm looking for to see in the price action. Coming to find out through this week that my continuation setups are like going a bit lower in my high probability setups, and we're bringing back external liquidity setups is about to steal its spot right now. I mean, just based on this week alone's price action, I'm not going to make any hasty decisions, all right, based on this week alone, but that's something I'm paying attention to, all right? If I need to adjust that and do something in terms of what we talked about earlier about maybe just 1 minute setups, right? Because obviously the 15 seconds can give us more false setup than the 1 minute because it's a lower time frame than the 1 minute, even though they're both lower time frames. But obviously the 1 minute is a little bit higher than 15 seconds, right? It takes 4 candles on the 15 seconds to make a 1 minute candle. So if that's what we'll need to do, then we'll make that adjustment. But for now, all right, we're gonna keep collecting the data on that to see what it says. I'll be paying extra attention to 15 seconds and 1 minute continuation setups. External ones, we'll keep them as they are. I'm fine with how they've been working out. But the internal ones, the continuation setups, all right, this week, it might just be this week, all right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not rushing to make any hasty decisions, but that's something that I'll be keeping an extra eye on. So that's something that, went well today that I noticed in my trading that I need to obviously collect more data on and adjust if I need to adjust it. Where I fell short PM session, chart wise, I think all the trades I took, not I think, all the trades I took today, I'll take them again, all right? They were all in separate intervals, right? So it wasn't like I took 2 losses in the same interval. This interval was this trade, this interval here was this trade, this interval here was this trade. Potentially, remember, we were collecting data on previous interval and the next interval, finishing that setup, if those trades are okay to take or not, or if I should let the interval give its own setup, right? While the interval is post-interval, let the setup form. Based on this data and the previous data that we've collected, it's looking like when it continues to the next interval and completes it, it's been resulting in L's, all right? But that's just data, right? Data collected doesn't mean we're making any hasty decisions right now. But if I see it occur more times than not now, all right, it will be something that I'll need to make an adjustment for. But for now, okay, that's another data banked for continuation onto the next interval from the previous interval, right? So that's maybe 2 or 3 data sets that we've seen that have resulted in L based on that alone. So you can kind of also say the same for this setup here, right? That panned out actually, because the swing low is in this interval. We don't take it until the 230 interval here. Even if I didn't take that, right? This interval itself gave itself its own setup here, right? That would have got me in the trade. So that's 1 for and 1 against. Right now the against is winning, and we have just the 1 for. Like I said, we're not by any means making any decisions yet, right? There's just something I'm paying attention to. I'm noting it out loud. So when I watch this back, right, I know what I'm talking about and what I'm looking at in price. So in terms of falling short, I don't think I fell short. All the trades I took, I'll take again and have no qualms, no problems. Obviously, I'm trying to eliminate the losses if I can. And right now, it's looking like my continuation setups This week at least anyway, least probable setups. So I need something needs to give on those ones. Um, we'll see what next week brings. Obviously, we'll finish the week out, see what next week brings, and if we need to make an adjustment there, we'll make the adjustment there. But if not, for now, we're fine where we're at. How I can improve for next day, next training session is just keep showing up, keep seeking excellence in everything that I do. All right, don't let short-term adversity, losses, series of losses, which we did take today, 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one panning out. Well, not panning out, giving us at least 2 partials and break even. So still down on the day, really and truly. Just wanna go right back in and tuck that L there. This one broke even. 475. About $1,000 there. 1,200. Yeah, still would be down on the day. But yeah, solid day of collecting data, getting closer to my model, my procedures and protocols, and just overall building confidence in what I'm looking for and execution, trade management. Okay, so yeah. Tomorrow, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. It's NFP week, unfortunately. I don't know, man. It's weird stuff happening, and we have CPR on Friday. It's just weird shit going on nowadays, man. Which obviously, we just have to adapt to the market and not, that's what we can do, adapt to the market and try to fit in where we get in. But we have news tomorrow, all right? We have high impact news coming out in the morning. Yeah, so tomorrow, optimal day, will be here kicking off at 9:15. Let's see what the rest is saying here. Not saying much there, not much movement going on there. We have this inefficiency here that I want to see keep price higher, okay? Let's go to settlement because it has the gaps in there. All right, DJ. We will be back tomorrow. Let's see this real quick. This is what? 15, so we're looking at 44. Not in there. I'll need to see you take this low first. Yeah, DJ, we'll be back for tomorrow, kicking off at 9:15. Until then, I'm the trader here, signing out. Good luck, good trading. Happy hunting.